Alright guys, I want to welcome you guys to another episode of Mud City Angler. I'm your host Jeffrey Willis and I am with you guys again today, man. We out here right before Hurricane Dorian. Dorian. Yeah. Sorry. My bad. But yeah, man, we out here with D, man. We just trying to see if we can come up with a couple fish, man. We out here on the Raw Palm Canal. We just gonna throw some stuff around, man. I'm gonna try out some crankbaits. In some areas, you may see me pick up a Cinco. In some areas, you may even see me pick up a frog. So you guys just stay tuned, man. We're gonna try and see if we can get you guys a toad. It's been a while. But we're back on the water, man. I'm super excited about it. And today we're here. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna be on Lake Okeechobee. And after that, we're gonna be putting everything away, getting ready for Hurricane Dorian. Y'all stay tuned. Go. And we on the board, just like that. Small. Just like that. That's one. But here, man, I'm gonna show you guys this crankbait that I'm throwing with the hopes of trying to grab one as I'm doing it. All right, let me show it to you guys real quick. So basically what I got here is a KVD shallow diving crankbait. I have it in like a bluegill type pattern. It's a pretty cool crankbait. Bluegills are everywhere right now. So this is just the one I chose to go with. So I'm throwing it on 14-pound test line. I got fluorocarbon, P-line. I'm throwing it on a striker rod. It's a medium heavy, 7 foot. I have a 6:3:1 gear ratio Garcia Reel. It's the reel that I'm currently using. Oh, I did missing. But one thing I want to share with you guys real quick, anytime that you guys are out here and you guys are throwing these shallow diving crankbaits, man, you want to keep your rod tip up just because you want that bait to run high in the water column. All right, so for example, see how I got that rod tip up like that? That's how you want that rod tip to be running high. And if he's over there, he's gonna chomp him because, you know, I caught most of my fish today. The 2 or 3 bites that I did have outside of the bites that I got in there already, I caught them on this crankbait. And basically what I like to do is I like to throw against any type of rocks or anything like that, because these shallow diving crankbaits are really good at deflecting them off of stuff. So what you end up doing is just throwing it, you know, to any type of cover you can see or find or anything like that. And you want that bait to kind of like hit off of it. And as it hits off of it, you can kind of get a really good idea of a really good action for it. So I'm gonna come through here with this crankbait. On my way back around, I'm gonna come back through here with a frog. There's a lot of vegetation in the water right now. There's a lot of vegetation in here right now, so I'm really interested, man, just to see if I could really hook into a big girl or half decent, at least. Normally, every time I'm in here, man, it's usually a pretty good fish in here somewhere. I mean, it's not a whole lot of them. I ain't gonna lie and say I catch 2 and 3 pounds all the time, but every now and again, man, you'll run into a pretty decent one. stopped that thing. He stopped it. Probably snatched it right out of his mouth. It's amazing, man, how sometimes, bro, these fish could, small little bit of difference, man, make a significant change to these fish. Unreal. So I'm noticing like they're really short striping. It's almost like they're just like swiping at it. They're not really chomping it. So I'm gonna try and slow my retrieve down a little bit. Try and keep the same action, but slow my retrieve down a little bit to see if I can get a better hookup. Hooked on something down there. You know where I can catch a fish at real quick? I guarantee you. See that sewer pipe still in the water right there? There's always a fish on that sewer. And I guarantee you, if he don't bite this, if he don't bite this, he always bites this. Water done changed so much, man. Look at that squirrel up there in that tree. All right, so another thing I want to give you guys a really good tip on is anytime you're fishing really shallow and like say for example I'm in the boat, yeah, but I want to throw literally right up there on that bank right there. So instead of me making an overhead cast like this where I really can't control how far that bait goes, I can kind of just underhand it and I can control it even better with underhand. Underhands are really good anytime that you're doing when you're target fishing, like you're fishing particular targets. So for example, if I want to throw right up there on those rocks up there, I just kind of, underhand pitch it up there and it works just as great, guys. It works just as great. Now, if I wanted to make a far cast, and then I'm gonna wind myself up and I'm gonna chunk that thing as far as I possibly could. So I'm gonna throw a couple underhands up here on these rocks just to see if there's a fish up here. And once I go underneath this bridge here, what I'm gonna attempt to do is try and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about between throwing a underspin and an overhead cast. You know, that's your underspin. So underspin, again, guys, is just something where you kind of want to target fish. All right, target fishing. You want to do underspins, okay? Now, anytime you just want to get a long far cast, you just wind up and you chunk that thing as far as you can chunk it. Doesn't even matter. You're not looking to target fish. You're not looking to, you know, do anything. You're just throwing that bait as far as you can and you winding it back. Granted, winding it up to your speed. You play with it however you see fit. There are no right or wrong way to doing it when you're just long fishing. Not at all. I want to bring this bait downside these little trees right here too. And you just never know, man. The one thing about fishing is, you know, it's any given day. I could have came out here and caught 15, 20 pounds. You just never know, man. But that's the greatest thing about it. You just never know. It's any man's day at any given day. And that's the significance of it, man. You just have to, you know, be in the right place at the right time, and the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. And another cool feature I think is so cool about this whole fishing thing is that, you know, man, when you're out here, man, it's just finding little small things and noticing little small things. And a lot of times that's key, man. You know, you find a little small, I could have, honestly guys, I probably could have downsized my crankbait and caught more fish, because I noticed that they was like short striping at it. So if I'd have downsized it a little bit and fished it a little slower, I probably could have caught those fish. But that also probably tells me that they're probably small fish. So, I mean, it wasn't really worth me downsizing my bait. But if I'd have been in a tournament and I felt like, you know, they were just short striping everything, I could have just downsized that lure and it would have been perfect. Would have been perfect. I don't know what that was right there, but he was pretty determined. And you never know, man. And this is another great thing I was just telling you guys, a great time to kind of do your underspin, man. See, I want to fish this line right here off this grass, just off this grassy point, and I just underspin myself right to it. And you never know. You never know. You never know. Like those corner pockets right there, those corner pockets are good pockets, man. That's a good ambush spot for bass to go and wait for prey to come by. It's a really good ambush spot for them to go and wait for prey to come by. All right, so boat positioning is really key too. So basically what you end up doing is you end up taking this bank side, and yeah, you can go downside the bank and throw this shallow diving crankbait and you can catch a lot of fish, right? But then after you've, you know, done it for quite a while, you know, 400, you know, 300-400 yards or so, you may want to come off that bank a little bit and back off of it, and you make those casts up towards that bank. And a lot of times, just by changing position and sense of direction is very, you know, just as vital as well. So sometimes those fish may be pushed off that bank a little bit, and you may have to just change up. Now, granted, I know for a fact that I'm in probably 3.5-4 foot of water, right? So I got this shallow diving crankbait, which means I don't need to go any deeper. I just need to find out if they're really, really shallow or if they're out in this 3.5-4 feet of water. That's really it, guys. It ain't really no secret to it. It ain't, you know, none of that. It's fairly, you know, it's fairly simple. I love cranking. It ain't my go-to, but in some particular bodies of water, man, it's what I really love to do. Like if I'm out on Lake Okeechobee, no, I do not want to throw a crankbait, not whatsoever. Give me a swim jig, give me a frog, give me a flipping bait, and you know those are my bait of choices when I'm out there. But anytime I'm in like a more stretched out body of water where there is no whole lot of vegetation, I'm kind of in a bunch of open water, crankbait is definitely one of my go-to baits, for sure. Shallow diving. There he go. There he go. Smaller than I thought, but he's a fish, y'all. Smaller than I really wanted him to be, but he's still a fish. And this is why I like that shallow diving crankbait, man. It simply just catch those shallow fish. Like, as you guys know, I'm a shallow fisherman, and I absolutely love it. But guys, this is Monk City Angler, man. I was proud. I'm happy to be with you guys again today, man. I had an absolute blast out here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. We're gonna let this one go, and we're gonna get on to the day, man. But again, I thank you guys for watching. You guys be blessed. Everything the right way, man. So anything get left out, put you in a bad situation. Complete the full task, not half.